What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. Just one trade for me today on WORX, and so I just want to go over that and just talk about what I did right, what I did wrong, and what I can do to improve on the next one. So once again, I was a little too early on my entry, just like the other day on. Oh, I was just looking at it. FLGC. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't tripping. Okay, so on FLGC, I got in a little early, and so I did the same thing today. And so this is a former runner. You guess you can say it was like a kind of a yearly breakout kind of deal. But spiked up to 52-week highs a couple weeks ago and was just kind of faded. And then it got this little bounce here on some volume. And then kind of just failed to break down, was just making those higher lows past couple of days. And then today we got a little volume perk and we got to push back up towards this breakout level. And so it doesn't have a good history of running. It usually spikes and fades. Like if you look here, spike, fade. It did get the gap and it can gap, but it just doesn't finish very strong. Spike and fades, spike and fades, spike and fades. It does get the gap, spike and fades. It does gap, spikes, but then fades. So as you can see, it's something a little bit of a pattern there to where it can spike, but then it fades, just like it did today. It broke out, but then faded all the way back down to the breakout level. So I was really just looking for that quick move is really all I was looking for. I was thinking it can get into 3. It was really just my kind of target. And so I'm just going to dive into exactly how I played this. It was getting into midday. The volume isn't great, but it does have a nice bullish trend. It is spiking, making higher lows, and just holding VWAP really nicely. It was holding the breakout level nicely. So I played this. This is what I did. And I'm trading such small size that this is exactly how I played it. Let it break out. Was waiting for the dip, and I was waiting for the breakout level to hold. And then we'd get a bounce and maybe some higher lows, kind of like it did here. I was just expecting, which I shouldn't expect it to just hold the breakout level perfectly, So, because they don't, and rarely do they. So it did. I got 10 shares at 273 and then 10 shares at 270. And then I got scooped up 10 shares at 266 and then 10 shares at 263. 10 shares at 266, waited for the double bottom, and then added 10 more shares at 263. I sold the 20 shares. I got 273 and 270 at 264 on this little bounce. I did not like those first 2 entries, and I needed to be a little bit more patient. And so if this did fail, I wanted to have good risk reward. I didn't want to have any position sizes in the 270s because I was risking 250 is basically what I was risking. I thought if it broke below 250 that it would be done. And so 250 is really kind of what I was risking. And I wanted to be in close to the 260s as possible to have that risk. And so once it made this double bottom off 260, I got an add here at 268 and then an add here at 270. So I was back to 40 shares, now risking 260. Which is nice. Now I don't have to risk 250. I can risk 260 after a nice double bottom here. and I got some nice ads. I'm happy with how I played this after the fact that I got those stupid starters here at 273 and 270. And then another thing I'm upset about was I didn't really like how slow it was. I did sell all into this push here. It broke. So I sold half at 282. And just in case, and then I believe 287 when it dipped and it was coming back. I just sold the other half at 287 and just called it a day. My goals were 295. That's where I wanted to sell. And just in case, the 295 3, I didn't know how it was going to react to 3. So I just wanted to make sure that I was taking my single kind of up towards that whole dollar level to where it could be a resistance level. And I didn't know how it would react to it. So I just wanted 295 was where I wanted to sell. And I did not stick to my plan on selling at 295. I got emotional. I didn't want to be wrong. That's why I had a random sell here for half at 282 and then a random sell here, the other half at 287. Trend is still intact. It's still making higher lows. There's nothing to be worried about. So I don't know why I was freaking out. And it touched 320. So there was no reason to be selling into these little pops here. It's just emotional. And then it dips, doesn't hold the breakout level to a T, but it held that 260 double bottom really well. Consolidated the rest of the day into the breakout. And we got a nice little perk back above 3 and then fade. So this most likely just fades. I don't see this running, but the only reason why I played it because it's a breakout. It's a recent runner. I know I can get that quick move, and it's a low float, low market cap. So it was just top watch. Let me look to see what the sector was. I don't quite remember. I don't think it was very important. The healthcare sector. So, the healthcare sector is hot right now, especially with coronavirus. Where I live in Sonoma County, we have to wear a mask. In Sacramento, we all got to wear a mask everywhere we go now again. So, healthcare stocks are hot. And so it's a good sector, low float, low market cap, multi-day breakout, recent runner, all the things lined up. The only thing I didn't like about it was the overhead resistance from this push here, and the fact that it fades. It has the push, but then fades. So it's really just telling you to take your single. There is a chance that it can get a gap. It does have the gap. It does like the gap, but for that day 2. But it's just play it safe for me in this market. Just take your single and move on. So I'm happy. I'm overall happy with how I played it. I could have played it way better. And it's really just trying to get better and learn from these little mistakes and just do better, the next breakout that comes around. So, it's really all it is. That's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm trading such small size, is because I want to be comfortable and confident, and I want to be able to figure out where to buy. What are the best times to buy, And I think after this double bottom here, beautiful time to buy. Higher low, beautiful time to buy. Higher low, beautiful time to buy. All right there at the breakout level. These 2 buys here, not good. The 266 buy here, not good. Those are just random buys. And it was really after this double bottom confirmed, or maybe even a higher low here to confirm and then have something I can risk off and then slowly add into these higher lows would have been ideal. But yeah, just buying a little too early. I need to cut that out and really just kind of wait for confirmation and add into the dips near core level, which is the breakout level, with good solid risk, which was 260 instead of me having to risk at 250. So I just need to be a little bit more patient with my entries, and then a little bit more patient with my sells too. I should really kind of just stick to my sell target I'm okay with selling half if it's a good push. Maybe I sold half here at 295 and then let the other half ride. I could have sold, like into the low threes or whatever. It's just being a little bit more patient with my sell. But overall, I'm getting better. I'm doing better. I'm consistent finally. Um, and it's not crazy consistent, but it's definitely like I'm feeling a lot more consistent than I was trying to trade OTCs. So that just kind of gets me excited. I don't want to get overexcited or have expectations for myself. I'm just taking it day by day, just trying to get better day by day, and that's all I can really do. And I just hope that by me making this video lesson and sharing it, that it can help somebody out there who's trying to learn. It was just so difficult trying to learn by myself, not really having anybody who's making these videos and kind of teaching and just showing their progress. The only people I had was really like Tim Sykes and a handful of his millionaire students, which at that time, they're all of a sudden they're millionaires and they barely made video lessons, and it was just like maybe a trade recap, and it was really difficult. So I want these videos to be out there for people to see and learn from, see how I'm really messing up in my early stages and what I'm doing to grow and become better, and just see what it takes to become a $1 million trader. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys do enjoy, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot. So like I said, I hope you enjoy. I hope you learned something. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.